Good morning. Pardon my appearance. As you can tell, I'm very handsome. I was sitting here and I was watching Colin Hurd. I kind of like dude on the FS1 Sports. I kind of like what he's on most of the time. And he was talking about how Nike's always had this thing of supporting people and getting behind them, like Cap and Kobe, Barkley, and such, and not having an issue with it. So I thought about it. I said, "Well, dang, champ, you're kind of like that. Not really getting behind people, but kind of rubbing people the wrong way." I said, "I've heard, oh man, you like doing live videos. I've heard you talk about how great you are. Oh, you talk about how much your clothes cost, or so on and so forth," and it kind of pisses people off. And my thing is, good. See, if who you are, and in your facilitation of greatness makes people comfortable, yeah, you aren't pushing the boundaries enough. You aren't striving enough. You've got to rub some people the wrong way. Like, everybody isn't meant to like me. That's not when I wake up and I say I got this audition or whatever, that isn't for like everybody to like. It's not about that. There's somebody out there though who may be an aspiring actor, or who may be an actor right now, whatever the case may be, who says, "Oh my God, he's out there auditioning and everything. He's going for it," and may say to themselves, "Let me go for it." Right? They may say, "Let me go for it," and that's what that's about. But I also understand that there are some people who have the bitter beer face. I can't stand him. I can't stand him. And I like that too. See, you got to understand the way I'm made up. And this is going to be a little lengthy. I grew up dark skinned. I'm dark skinned. And because I'm close to 50, I grew up in a time dark skinned before they said it was handsome or beautiful, whatever the case may be. I grew up during that time period. So I got accustomed to insults and people saying stuff. So I'm built for that. You have to understand I'm built for that. I wake up and go to sleep with the same prayer all the time. Thank you for another shot of greatness. The few friends that I have, they know who I am. Loud, aggressive, flamboyant. And I'm not saying you have to do that. But what I am saying is, whatever you do, you have to go into it understanding that as there are people for you, for whatever reason, there are people on the other side of that. And you have to be comfortable for that. Furthermore, I am comfortable with that. I am comfortable. Do you know, when I first started out in 2009, I brought out my first book. I got to tell you the story. I brought out my first book. It was going to be with my name. And it was going to say, AKA the greatest poet alive. I sent my book into the publisher. And the book came back, and it just had greatest poet alive. It didn't have my name. It had greatest poet alive. And I was like, oh shit, they left my name off. Oh my God. And my brother said to me, keep it. And I said to him, oh my man, other poets are going to get upset. Now this is a decade ago, so bear with me, somewhat like 9 years. I said, people are going to get upset. He says, let them. He said, but you got to be strong enough to take it when they start acting when they do. And trust and believe, people. If you go back in the record books, people got upset. People got real upset. Wouldn't want to let me come perform. I'd sign up on the sheet. Somehow or another, my name wouldn't get called. Trust and believe. But I've sold more books than most poets. You can look it up. I'm constantly in the top 10, if not number 1 on Amazon in poetry. You can look it up. I got just as much content. If you punch in greatest poet alive on Google or Bing search engines, you see my face. Books, videos, recordings. I'm here. I'm history. I hosted the show for 5 years. South side, north side, whites, blacks, whatever. I'm built for this. And you got to ask yourself in your quest to do whatever you do. I'm not saying do like me. I'm not saying that. Do I wish there were people I got along with more? Maybe. But at the same time, I'm like, fuck them. Yeah. You have to be comfortable with discomfort. You have to be able to walk in a room, your office, a room, a stage, or whatever, and know that some people in there may not be rooting for you. Or even no matter how well you do, they're going to have nothing but negative feedback for you. You have to be good with that. You have to have clarity with that. You got to have clarity with that. And once you have clarity with that and you accept that, watch, your road to greatness is a lot easier. Now let me flip it to a little personal. I know I purposely do some of the things I do because I know some of you out there get irritated by it. I do that on purpose. I'm that type of person because I go home, I lay on my bed, I pour myself some granola cereal, I use almond milk because I don't really use other milk. I use almond milk, and I sit down and eat next to a beagle, next to my family, and I'm good. I show up on set, I'm loud because I'm encouraging. I like being the center of attention. I love it. I love being the topic of conversation. Because all they do when I show up now is, oh, there's James. Oh, my God, you know he was on such and such. Here he go. Like what sister did the other day. She had this face. Wait, I'm going to see if I can do it because I never found my face like this. Let me see if I can do it. Wait for it. Let me see. She had her face just soured up. Like she just sucked on a bunch of pickles. She was just soured up. And I heard her say, I can't stand him. And I said, I know. And I'm so good with that. The posting the pictures constantly and what have you. I don't care if nobody likes or comments. That don't bother me. I'm fucking gorgeous. And I'm good with that. And I'm not saying that's got to be you, because I'm a little twisted in the head. But all I'm saying is, look, some of y'all be doing stuff for the approval of people and you're afraid to rub people the wrong way. Some of you post stuff or you answer posts and you gotta, no, if that shit you said was dumb, I'm gonna tell you, hey man, no, I disagree. And we just gotta go. We just gotta go. I didn't, listen, and I'll wrap it up here. Just so you know, and you know I'm woofing. Last year I was in a play. I was the lead in a play. And I got thrown out of said play. Let me tell you why I got thrown out of said play. The woman I was with at the time, her father had passed away. And so during that time, I went to be with her. A couple of rehearsals, I let the director know, hey, and then on the day of the funeral, I stayed with her all day. Because it was her father, and they were close. I stayed with her all day. And night, excuse me, all day and night. I was right there with her. You know how it is. If you ever had to console someone who's went through something or lost a loved one, you know what I'm talking about. So I was there. And so the cast felt as though I wasn't committed or whatever the case may be. You know, they voted to have me toss out. The final straw was that I went to a commercial that was paying. Commercial paid $250 that day. Anybody who's done any acting or anybody done anything for work and know if you get paid cash for a few hours work, you're there. And I was in a commercial. You probably saw it, the medicinal marijuana commercial. I got thrown out to play. Did it bother me at first? Sure. About a couple hours later, I was good. I've been thrown off set. I've been banned storytelling when I got into it with the white dude. And he told everybody not to book me for stuff, and they did. They went with that, not based on anything. Or the woman lied and said I blew off the show and I was working on PD, and anybody's ever worked on set, it goes long. I've had to grow and be more and more comfortable with discomfort. Now, I could have said, hey, man, that's not the way it went. That's not the way it went. Fine, fuck it. You have to be able to look discomfort in the face and say, hey, how you doing? My name is such and such. And be good with that. And this is just to let anybody watching, anybody hearing me know, and please tell a friend. Tell a friend. If I was really being greasy today, and I'm not, I'd call a couple of names out. But you kind of got the gist. Some of y'all who be on set and y'all be congratulating, y'all don't mean that, and I'm good with that. Some of you, my success, what you think is overnight, and you don't know how many times I've auditioned, and you think, oh, well, James, this, that, and other. I'm good with that. I sat on set with a dude the other day who said that me getting on fire was a fluke. And I looked him right in his face. He didn't say it to me because people aren't built like that. They aren't built to say anything in your face. They rather get in a group of cackling hens or witches or whatever and be away from you because they're not good with discomfort. They like to cause it maybe, but they're not good with it themselves. And I just smiled. And I had the best time the other day, even though I know people felt the way they felt. Because that's them, and they got to live with that misery, not me. So, if anything you take out of my diatribe, in your day-to-day, understand, and especially wearing this armor, because we got it doubly tough. We deal with it among ourselves. I said that wrong. Let me make an addendum. We got it doubly tough. Because not naturally do we deal with it just outside of us. We deal with it even more within us. There are people you think be rooting for you because you black and what have you, and they don't. And they might be the biggest haters. They might be the biggest haters, maybe the detractors, biggest people trying to pull your rug from under you. But you got to understand, people, I'm built for this. Somebody needed to hear this today for two reasons. One, you need to just get comfortable in your discomfort. That's one reason, the positive. Number two, there's some of y'all out here who are listening and reading my posts and doing this, that, and other, and you're angry. And I say to you, good. And you're going to get angrier because I'm going to get bigger and better. And I lost 10 pounds. I'm in pretty decent shape. So, I hope your Wednesday has got off to a great start. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day. Be great. And do your best to make somebody uncomfortable and mad. Woo!